because you'd have to get Draymond or Kevin Durant or Klay Thompson or Steph Curry. Not going to happen. You're going to have to get James Harden. Not going to happen. Russell Westbrook or Paul George. Not going to happen. Damian Lillard. They're not giving him up. Kawhi Leonard. He's not going anywhere. The only person that I could see them really getting in a trade would be the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry.
Something like that.
But who else? Who else could they get that would be an upgrade that they could say is honestly trying to help them win the NBA Finals right now? I can't think of anyone. Not anyone that I'd be willing to trade.
I could budge, yeah. So really, it kind of, like for this year, I mean, upcoming, it'll be kind of stagnant then.
No, I think that...
I mean, what's he trying to prove? He wants to be...
Like, he wants control.
He wants control. He wants to be the best. He wants to kind of keep everybody else on the team just in check, like, right?
Right. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Nobody can surpass him. But I guess even more of an interesting question is what's he going to expect if he wants to go to L.A. with the Lakers? And I mean, how do you see that panning out?
I see it boding very well for him, honestly, because
like he can be top dog there too.
No, by then he'll be in his last contract, most likely.
Right.
He'll probably get 3 years from the Lakers, be the top guy for one of the years.
There's be a ton of young talent.
And then it'll be Lonzo's team from there on out. That's what I see. And then after the 3 years, he just retires.
Right.
That's what I would think would happen. Either that or become a hired assassin, just do a bunch of one-year contracts for teams that need to win or that want to win NBA Finals.
So he's more or less killing any hope of Cleveland this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not this year, but in the future, yes. Because I think as long as you have LeBron, as long as you have Crowder, you have Isaiah Thomas, you got a good team.
So he has just this, I mean, with Cleveland's 1 year left, definite, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know, for me, why not just even consider retirement? It's like, if we even talked about it in the past, it's like he don't really have much left to prove as far as in players' ranks.
He does. Because in his mind, he's got to do something to beat Jordan.
In his mind. But, that's the thing. If he wants all this control, he'd be much better off in a coaching position than, just trying to, compete for that power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he...
You can have your opinion on it either way. That's the thing, which makes it great. And, we encourage that even too.
Well, yeah, of course. We definitely enjoy debating, especially when it's a good, friendly debate. But I just get the feeling that LeBron James is never going to be satisfied until there's no one left that can say Michael Jordan is better than he is.
No, I mean, the thing is, too, he might even be disappointed in that realm. And, he's going to have to get to a point where he'll potentially have to accept that. Because who's to say, he goes to, the Lakers and they don't do good. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility,
but it's not probable.
I mean, yeah, they could be in the playoffs, but I mean, like, say they're facing a team like Golden State was this past year.
Such a good team.
You know what I mean?
They are such a good team. I don't understand how.
I mean, now we've talked about it. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I don't know how anyone's gonna compete with Golden State. I'm speechless. That's how good they are. So let me get on to the next question.
All right.
Did LeBron purposefully sabotage the Cavaliers' future by putting the kibosh on this acquisition?
It could. I mean, definitely. I don't see why not. And like you say, it's going away in the future. maybe he just wants to cripple any kind of potential, or cripple any kind of potential competition in the league so he can have a better chance.
Right. No, I completely agree. And that is going to bring me to the third question.
Kind of my thought process was earlier until, like we said, we only has that 1 year left, which, makes total sense. Okay.
The third question, why does Dan Gilbert empower LeBron the way he did? Why did he do that? Is it because LeBron James is literally the best player to ever play the game of basketball? Does he honestly believe that? And so when someone like LeBron James comes around, you have to basically give them the keys to the Ferrari? Or is it because he thought that would make LeBron like him more?
Probably your latter one there, yeah. I'd say, sometimes even when you're in the top spot, you want approval from, not in every, of course not like every realm, but there are times when you would seek the, the appreciation of people that, kind of work under you, I would guess. But, yeah, he's probably, LeBron could have a bullying aspect to get in his way.
Think about this. Every employee...
He cave in, yeah.
Every employee hopes that their boss likes them. LeBron James is the one employee whose boss hopes that he likes him.
Yeah, well, he's on his own level. How could you tell him? He's not a new guy. He's not up and coming. He's an established,
Well, here's how. Because you have the second best player in the world, and there's not a huge drop-off. There really is not a huge drop-off from LeBron to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant right now is being the epitome of team player, taking less money to play with the same team. Yeah, he's doing it to win championships. Yeah, he's doing it because it's in the best interest for his brand, not necessarily needing the money. But he's being a lot less of a dick than LeBron is. Mm-hmm. LeBron's a dick.
We've kind of seen that evidence, sure.
I feel like the other reason is because there's no one else around to hold LeBron accountable.
Right.
No one else around to hold LeBron accountable. If LeBron's not playing well, do you think Tristan Thompson's going to tell him about it? Do you think Kyrie Irving was going to tell him about it?
No.
Do you think anyone else on that team is going to tell him about it?
No, because there would be some sort of friction to combat with him. That's the thing.
If Kevin Durant is doing things wrong, do you not think Draymond Green would get in his face and tell him? 100%.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Draymond Green is not afraid of anybody, does not care what anybody thinks. If it needs to be said, Draymond Green will say it.
More of a flexible team environment.
Right. That's why. Because there's literally no one else that can hold LeBron accountable.
Right.
On his team, in the organization. His buddies have gotten too powerful to the fact that we even know their name.
Yeah.
Like why do I know his quote-unquote business associate name, Mav Carter, etc.? Why?
Quite frankly, who cares?
Well, that's the thing. Who should care? But the fact that his business of himself supersedes the business of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It's a toxic hole that,
I'm getting worked up.
Yeah. It's like the sooner it ends, the better, it seems, for that and the league. And quite frankly, it's just, I think it's more like anything we've seen. It's more entertainment than it is kind of sports for that area of the NBA.
Maybe.
Is that, in that, like you say, in that too? Is that, how's that? Really, it's kind of undermining the game currently.
Yeah, to some extent, because you have one person who's completely overtaking the NBA. But honestly, I'm so sick of LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm ready for him to retire. I'm ready for Carmelo Anthony to retire. I'm ready for this young crop of players to
flourish and
flourish and to hold
the torch and
most importantly to create a new environment in the NBA.
Shake it up.
I think even though we all love to see those rivalries and like the heated games, I think having young players like the Greek Freak, like what's his name? Down in Texas, down in San Antonio.
Current or upcoming?
Current. Kawhi. Like Kawhi. Like John Wall. Like Bradley Beal. I guess Bradley Beal's not the same level. Like Damian Lillard. To really rise up, but hold each other accountable.
Right.
Nobody's
going to get, there'll be talent, but nobody's going to get more of an inflated ego than anybody else, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. To create a healthy rivalry. There's no healthy rivalry with LeBron James.
No.
No, it's toxic.
And
as you had said.
Like I say, everybody, I think, at least we are, I think for the most part, we're just sick of it. And, at this point, why does his, why have that need for such an inflated ego? Why not just you've accomplished so much. It's kind of be grateful for it.
Why does Tom Brady need to play?
I don't.
It's not about money.
But I think between the two of them, I would honestly think that LeBron is a little bit more probably outrageous with the ego. I know Brady said stuff, but
Brady is also a team player. Brady is just fine not being the highest paid player. He's just fine not being recognized as the greatest of all time. He's just fine as long as the team around him does their job.
Right, and I think that's the thing. That's why, based on that, he's a little bit more flexible with the roster, and
his ego is not quite as inflated as LeBron's, but then again, neither are the balls that they use. Any pun I can make, or any chance I get to just pick on the Patriots, I'm going to take. But no, Tom Brady,
wide open there. So yeah, there you go,
wide open,
fully
just like Chris Hogan, every friggin' game.
Yeah, not so much Edelman this year though. But
no.
We don't say that jokingly. We don't like to see any athlete get hurt, but for the update though, he is confirmed out for the season, right?
Yeah, he's been out he's out for the season. He's been injured for a couple of weeks now. But anyways, the Tom Brady to LeBron James comparison, I think, is a fair comparison because Tom Brady, a lot of people think he's the best player to ever play the game. A lot of people don't. Similar to LeBron. A lot of people think LeBron's better than Jordan. A lot of people think that Jordan's better than LeBron.
Right.
Now, the big difference is how they handle themselves. How Tom Brady holds himself accountable.
Right.
But also empowers the rest of the team to hold him accountable as well. LeBron doesn't do that. LeBron holds everyone else accountable and then cries when someone tries to tell him what's what.
Mm-hmm.
So in one way, they're a fair comparison. In the other, they're not even close.
Can't take failure.
No.
Brady's just, like you say, you see Brady is just the opposite. Sure, hates to lose, but how many times have we seen him?
It drives him to be better.
Right. The guy's constantly working on improving his game. He won't complain. How many times have we even seen, granted, the years they've won, come up short in the AFC Championship game? You see him, he'll walk off the field, the camera on him, he'll looks straight ahead. He's focused. He's already thinking about what he has to do next year to be better